What's up? What's up? I'm back here on this beautiful day. Gonna talk some more nunchucks here. The nunchucks we're gonna talk this time is seatbelt and the standard nunchuck pass. These are two techniques that you must know. And you know, in that form that you're trying to learn, it might just actually. Oh, I bet that sounded great. All right, might just use them. Well, we'll have to wait and see. All right, so here, the first thing we're going to talk about is how you carry your nunchuck. You carry your nunchuck in one hand, glue it to your leg, and make sure it stays there. All right, when you're walking out on the mat, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell you you're dismissed, which doesn't mean you go home. It means you go and sit down on the sidelines, put your weapon down, and you don't get to play with it. You get to watch. Because in leadership, we're building leaders, we're not just playing with toys. I love using these as my way of getting you to pay attention. So that means that you are going to do things the right way or face the consequences, which are uncomfortable, not horrible, but uncomfortable. All right? Good. One hand glued here, especially at home. You don't want to break something that belongs to mom. Mom will be really upset and you'll feel horrible. So keep them glued to your leg until you're in a safe place that you have permission to be spinning them. All right, so we're going to talk about what's called seatbelt. All right, sitting in a car, you've got a seatbelt on. It goes across your lap. All right, I'm going a little bit high because I have my mic right on my belt today. So I'm trying not to smack it like I did a bit ago. So from right here, it would actually be right on your belt, back and forth. All right, and then when you get across your body, come up to your shoulder. That is if you're riding in the front seat of the car. And I'm going to move this and put this right here. If you are riding in the front seat of the car, you have a shoulder strap. So you're going to do the seat strap, shoulder strap. Good. Now, a wonderful man that I met, and a lot of you know who is, Mr. Eden, always likes to remind everybody that the nunchucks are self-disciplining. That means if you make a mistake, you get bonked and you remember it, and you fix it right away. All right? So let's also help ourselves learn without pain. When we're doing this, if you're doing it wrong and you're smacking yourself with the nunchuck, that hurts. I don't think we really want to train very long if it's going to hurt that much. You're going to take the part that you're holding onto and you're going to touch yourself right on the hip, right here, and then on the shoulder. And by doing that, the part that's swinging swings around and all the power gets absorbed and redirected into safe directions and allows you to continue training without getting hurt. Now, in the last video, I didn't remind you that, or in the other videos, I didn't remind you that everything you do with one hand, you also have to do with this hand. Make sure you do both hands. It's not like self-defense where we're working on just strengthening the emergency muscles, which is going to be the strongest side of your body. In weaponry, this is teaching you hand-eye coordination, and that means you've got to train your left hand or your right hand, depending on which one you are not strong with, to cooperate. My left hand's way worse than my right hand. But I guarantee you, it's way better than it was when I first started. So this is a seatbelt. Once you get good at it, there are other things that we can do with it to have some fun. All right. Typically, I change hands to demonstrate those. But then you can come in and start switching and having some fun. All right. So that is your seatbelt. I want you to learn that. Get good at that technique. Get fast at it. Have some fun. All right. But then we're going to learn the Nunchuck Pass, the standard Nunchuck Pass. Before I continue, a little extra credit. That is not extra credit. It is a pet peeve of mine. These are Nunchucks, not Numchucks. Numb is what happens when you hit yourself too hard. Your leg goes numb. They are not Numchucks. Nunchucks. If you are a martial artist in my school and you call them nunchucks, I will call you out in front of everybody and there will be consequences. It's my pet peeve. I don't like it. Don't do it. However, if you're not one of my students, it doesn't bug me at all. I just chuckle at you. All right? So know that now. Nunchuck Pass. I want you to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. I'm holding it right, close to the chain, and I'm going to stand in basically an open parallel stance, empty hand in my armpit. This nunchuck comes up to my shoulder, and the nunchuck falls right in the empty hand. And then I let go with the top hand and start over to this direction. I like this position for your starting, and I'd like you to make sure you do. Get to this position, then come into your armpit, over the top, back to this position. over the top, hand and armpit. That's all you're doing. I want it just like this. If you think you know what you're doing and you're going to start going faster, fine. But I'll be there watching when you're going too fast and it's sloppy and ugly. If you're doing it exactly the way I am, it's going to start to smooth out. Once you get better, then instead of coming down and stopping, you're going to come down and come right back up. The down helps the nunchuck get the momentum to come up where it's supposed to. A lot of people try to do this, right? Really close to their face, and it looks ridiculous. Well, some people just lose complete control. So starting here allows you to get the body mechanics right to actually be able to come here. And then you can tighten it up, and you can get bigger, and you can get tighter, and you can get bigger, and you can get tighter. All right? That's the standard nunchuck pass. There are several different versions of that, several ways you can play with it. We're not going there today. And the reason is because as soon as I show you the other ones, trying to get just that one when I want it gets painful unless that's where you started. So that's where I want you to start. Get good at those, get good at the seatbelt, get good at the nunchuck pass, catch me a video, send it my way so I know you're doing it, and rock on. Have a great day.